Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Cloudy Sheep and we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 in the Return of the Russian Revolution. In between episodes I went ahead and sent out a couple of land and lease agreements, as you can see over here. Can we actually see that over here? Volunteers. Oh yeah, there you can see it. We're sending out a lot of stuff of infantry equipment, artillery equipment basically, to Bulgaria, just to so that we can flash out all of these little bits and pieces that we conquered from various stockpiles. Same here over here with Italy. We're sending out a lot of the old sort of airplanes that we had. So all of these should vanish at some point. At least the tiny ones. So there's that. We're also trying to attack Japan over here, but before we do that I want to do one more little modification to our standard divisions over here. So the rifles, I think, should get a recon company. That will allow it to move a little bit faster. It's going to use a little bit of supply equipment, really not that much, 330 out of 5,000 that we have in storage. A little bit more infantry equipment, but we have loads of those. A little bit more infantry, hardly any supply increase. The only really downside is that the organization goes down a little bit, but not too significantly. And I feel that all of the other items are really worthwhile, especially the reconnaissance. I think is very nice. Reconnaissance is used to pick better, as it says, pick better tactics in battle. So yeah, I think this is a worthwhile change. Let's apply this. Let's also have a look to do this in our corresponding light rifles divisions. Again, really the supply increase is not that much, so I'm fairly confident that this is a good change. Also, as you realized, a lot of our shortages all the time were motorized equipment, so I think if we go to our motorized divisions actually and add a maintenance company to you, that would be extremely good. It would increase the reliability of the equipment by quite a bit. Again, supply usage not much of an issue. All of the other items likewise not really an issue. So I think this is a good change so that we can get or lose fewer motorized equipment, I should say. Let's get you guys to the front. Over here you are boxing in the Japanese on this little harbor over here, on this naval base, but we'll have to see about that. Down here our tanks are pushing. The yellow, its army is coming up, and somewhere at some point that we should see that. Why are you not coming along? Where are you? Not sure where you are, but yeah, they are coming, so that is very nice. Okay, you continue to push towards Vladivostok. That's very lovely. I think you could also likewise try to go over here. Just keep on building up momentum and really trying to trash these guys. Ideally I would get Monchikao to surrender and cut off all of these guys up there strongly. I think you will probably not be able to deal with this. Oh, look at that! Russians in Vladivostok. Let's try to support this defense down here. You're really... I think you might be able to deal with this, especially once these guys up here come into action a little bit more. So the yellow army up here is now stretched a little bit thinly, so I think we need to reconsider that somewhat and tell the army to that your responsibility really starts over here, yours over here, and then maybe we can draw this in a little bit, and that means the 8th army is really responsible for this. So damn it, shift eastwards. I think that's alright. And then the reserve army over here, which is really not that strong, but it can do this. Now, this also means that this attack plan over here is a little bit silly. Come on, let me draw it correctly. Right. So we probably just want to advance over here. And then where's the other half of that? Come on. It's really winding along awfully. Right, so yeah. Like such, I think would be an okay plan. Yeah. That looks about right. It's just a broad front advance really, nothing more, nothing less. But I think that's alright. So all of these guys are getting shifted along, which I think is alright then. Good. Over here, no particular weak point that I can spot in the Japanese lines. Over here, your defense is building up, so that's good to see. There's no river over here, is there? Don't think so. So yeah, it should be alright. You guys are coming up here. Let's get you down there. And once these guys are over there, we should be able to punch up a little bit stronger. But you can stay over here, and you guys, okay, you are going down there. 5 divisions are taking these 3 divisions, and then coming down here. You're defending. I think you should be able to deal with this very easily. And here we go, destroyer number 3. Lovely to see. So I think all of our technology over here is appropriate. Ooh. 34 days for carrier 4. That'd be amazing. Yeah, let's do this. It's a little bit not so nice that we actually spend so much of our naval experience on increasing the deck size of our previous versions. But I think we can't pass on this. We can't. No. Let's do it. 34 days. That's lovely. Okay, that means we should shift our production somewhat. Okay, I think nevertheless you have started. I mean, you're about a third in your production cycle, so I think we are going to keep these guys around, and then we are going to add a couple of lines for destroyers number 3. That should really be an infinite line. That's true. And let's. So where do we want to deploy these guys? I think in Sevastopol does make sense, because we will at some point be able to break out of the Mediterranean, and that should be alright. Let's make sure that there's at least some production going on over here. So yeah, 4 per year. That'll probably accelerate somewhat over time, but that's lovely. Good. Okay, everything here is in order, so let's get back to these guys up here. All of that seems to be okay. Over here then, 11 divisions on the port. How many have I selected? 12. Let's see whether that works out. Ah, okay, one of you is actually not in range. So 56. Our attack seems to be on average. It's about the same, I would say. It's about the same. But then again, they have low supply, so they might be able to replenish that a little bit worse. So maybe that's helpful. Let's grab Vladivostok. It seems like they have very weak defenses over there. Everyone else over here seems to be doing fine. You should probably get over here. Yeah, just support this attack then. You guys, likewise, just come down here. Crush them hard. Good. Ah, okay, they reinforced Vladivostok. Which is unfortunate. But can probably not be helped. Let's not continue to push this attack. Let's try to cut them off. We do have a lot of reinforcements coming up over here, so I think that's alright. You can probably even attack into here. So if the infantry is coming up like this, that's something I'd definitely like to see. In counterattacked, but only very shortly, I figure. Come on, there we go. Okay, so one of you with low organization, you could try to attack that. All other guys go Vladivostok. This is a harbor for them, so this is really an entry port for supplies. Let's try to get rid of that, and that should be good. This first army coming up? Yes, it is. Very lovely to see. This is really our lead force, including all of the mountaineers, so that's pretty good to see. So 7 divisions up here in Thessaloniki. And these guys down there are starving. You know what, let's try to save them. I think this should be crushed pretty handily. And that does mean more units are going to go into the naval side, but can't really be helped. Okay, so we did finish the navalized variant of or carrier bomber? Shouldn't it be carrier naval? Oh well. Anyway, so we got carrier groups over here from our fighters. I don't think there's anything else we need. Strategic bombers, heavy fighters, tactical bombers, all of that is not really what we're looking for. So let's briefly scan what we want to do. I think weapons number 3 would obviously be a very excellent choice. As you can see, it would give our infantry a soft attack of 12 as opposed to 9, so about a third, well, exactly a third, better than what we have. Could also research new stuff there. New light tanks would also be helpful. Likewise, advanced artillery. So your attack is 34 instead of 30, so a little bit less effective, I'd say. Also, we'd like to do the air upgrades. I think all of this has been researched. Naval doctrine we are researching. Air we don't need to. Air doctrine we are researching. Again, engineering. We are on the advanced computing machine. Concentrated industry would also be good, but you know what? I think all of our guys do carry weapons, so that is definitely something that we'd like to have a look at. Right, let's have a look at our aircraft then. Carrier naval bombers. I think it's appropriate to create a variant maybe. And let's have a look at your attack. So if we increase that, it only goes up by 5% and your reliability goes down. So I don't think increasing the attack value over here is appropriate. Checking the range is maybe a little bit better if we also increase the reliability. Engine upgrades are also very helpful, I think, just for the speed and the agility, but not quite as important as on fighters, obviously. So I think this would be a very nice pattern, very high reliable, slightly higher range, slightly better movement for a 175 air experience. So that's lovely. This means you're out of date, and these guys are really what we want to produce, and we'd probably want to at least dedicate 5 factory lines towards that. Let's get you up here just below the carrier fighters. I think this is good. Down here we could probably do it like such, so that at least a couple of factories do wash up there, and that's fine then. Yeah, so we are producing some. It's good to see. Oh, we do have some already. That's nice to see. And carrier fighters, we are also producing a couple, nearly 1 per day now, which I think is okay. It does take a while for our carriers to come up and online. By the way, let's briefly... No, sorry, that's not what I want to do. What I did want to do is compare the air attack and agility and all of that of these two guys. So 81 agility, a little bit lower, 3 lower. Max speed is 630. Over here it's 700. That's much better. Air defense is 12. Air attack is 27. Actually, your air attack is better, and your air defense. Oh well. And the naval bomber, as compared to the naval carrier bomber. So your naval attack is 20. Yours likewise 20 and 10 targeting. So yeah, I think you're very much the same in this regard. How about the range? It's slightly lower on the carrier bomber, but not that much. But oh yeah, production costs are much higher, so it does not make sense for us to increase our or just switch over to naval bombers entirely. Let's actually increase this air ring in slightly to maybe 100. I don't think we have the ability to field this many aircraft, but it might still be worth trying. Yeah, you really are not that effective at working over the Bay of Bengali, right? But let's increase the air wing size of these fighters as well. Maybe it's gonna help a little bit. Let's also keep an eye on Japan. You have 400 fighters over there, 200 over here in the Eastern Russian theater. Let's get you down here. I think might make sense to be a little bit closer to Manchuria, just to grab that area if and when we can. Let's get one of these tanks and support this attack. I think that's going to be well. Right. On the other hand, you can go to Vladivostok and come on. Can I ask you to directly go ahead and attack further over there, so that we can keep on pushing. Army experience, of course, capped. I would like to see a little bit more naval experience. But where are our navies? Okay, so the submarines got entirely thrashed. That's disappointing. Don't think I saw that many. Huh. Yeah, so the submarines did get entirely thrashed. Unfortunate. Not a very worthwhile pursuit then. Right, you are attacking over there. You should very soon be able to finish off. Come on, it's just one guy. He probably is using some sort of... Okay, if he's using some sort of tactics, we should probably push into here more strongly and try to encircle him. He's probably losing a lot of material, but then again, are you losing any organization? No, but you're losing a lot of strength, aren't you? No, likewise not. Why is that? We seem to be out of supplies. Well, more over here. You guys didn't get far, did you? Actually, let's get the stronger units to join this attack. And I think this is a no. You are not prepared for this attack. And you are experiencing attrition because your supply situation is too bad. Which is not good. Which is really not that great. Let's increase the logistics situation over here a little bit. Maybe just repair that as well. Just repair these lines. I don't think we need to build new infrastructure over there. But at least repair what we have. That should be alright then. And we are building this, so that is also very nice. Good. Let's continue to do this. And here we go. First couple of motorized mountain divisions are around. So where do we want to place them? I think if you guys would push through here, that should allow our tanks to really get going. So I'm going to define your front line to be very narrow, but down here. And then we can tell this army to focus a little bit more on the north. And that should be fine. Good. And you can actually railroad up here. Where's the rest of your army? Oh, very far behind. You know what, let's actually all assign them to here and travel by rail. Good. Over here, how long does it take to rebuild these things? 22nd of March, so not that long. Right, over here, you seem to be doing fine, that's good. Let's also continue to push over here. Likewise over here. Push into there. You too. No, actually one of you should probably go behind these guys over there. You know what? Let's stop this pointless attack. We're not making enough progress there. Let's instead go over here, except with you. You're still going to go over there. Lovely. You should probably not do this. Counterattack over there. Not that good for us. Situation over here seems alright. I mean, they have a very large presence now, but... Why are you so... No, I think it's a worthwhile defense still. Okay, this should probably get reinforced. And you guys over here now. And there's so many guys of theirs though, still. But let's try to cut them off over there. You go up, advance, 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 advance. Yeah, I'm afraid this is stalling a little bit, but our first army is now coming in, so that at least is good to see. This defense should work out, and you know what? I want to have you attack into there. And you can take one of the tanks with you. Hopefully that's going to be alright. And hopefully this defense is going to work out. You can probably try to cut them off. And yeah, let's get these 2 tanks as well. Cut off at least 3 divisions. You shouldn't attack. But you might. Good. Another tank division. This is a Hills province, so let's try to take that. You could probably advance into this empty province, don't you think? This is going alright. Yeah, over here. Yeah, but at least our supply situation is now better. So that I find very, very lovely. Yeah, let's continue this push down here though. Especially into here. You should be under attack now, but hopefully, yeah, you should be out damaging them pretty aggressively. Dispersed fighting. I think we are actually using aviation efforts. So in 35 days, we'd have a much better capability to do something over here on the air superiority branch. So I think we're not going to do that for now. Let's in fact look at at the industry over here, and think about either concentrated industry for more factory and dockyard output, or a high production efficiency cap. You know what? I think concentrated industry is straight up better. So let's do this. And we are again suffering from insufficient resources, and significantly so. 63 oil. You know what? We could actually think about resources, but no. Let's for now focus on the efficiency of our production lines. Right, great. So you guys are going to be bobbed. Hopefully you're gonna hold. But yeah, we'll just have to try. Yeah. Now we're in a better position. Support this attack, please. I know you just came here towards the Far East, but still, there we go. Which means you can stay over here and maybe actually take this area. You should probably stop this attack. Right, so this is hills. It's all frozen still, even though we are in March. But guys, empty province. Advance! All of you could actually probably cross this river. Several points there. So I'm not going to push up here to advance into here. I would have liked to get at least a couple of these mountains out of the way. Probably over here is actually the thinnest line, so that we could punch over here and attack through there. Alternatively, maybe through here. This is only hills. Yeah, that could work. About one line of mountains, and then place all of our... yeah, could work. Let's try to think about that. But I think our motorized and tank divisions really need a little bit of rest, so let them have that, and let's take the first army over here and tell you to be much more focused on the south. You guys should then try to sort of do this, because your front line is shortening over there anyway, and that is alright. Could we attack into here? I don't think it's a wise move. So maybe let's not do that. Over here though. Let's do it. You guys all, except for the one with the really low organization, do attack into here. You should just be overwhelmed very, very quickly. 5 divisions up here. We on the other hand have at least 9. Potentially 11. Are we out damaging them? It doesn't seem so. And they are still low on organization, so... No, no, no. Stop it. Stop it! Yeah, so we are also not suffering from attrition. Good. You know what? Since you could probably even attack these mountains, or advance into these mountains. If we were to get that, that'd be so good. Come on. Just one division left. Yeah. Excellent. Very nice. Let's grab these mountains. You advance over here. Attack. Come down here. Come down here. All of our motorized, all of our second tank army should, I think, pour into this breach and just try to advance against them. Also, I realized the 8th army doesn't really have an attack plan, so let's do this for no other reason than, of course, that it does give a preparation bonus if you are attacking along a planned axis. Good. Over here, I think the 6th army might get a little bit shorter front line, while the reserve army over here gets a little bit more to guard, but that's, I think, acceptable. Good. All of you are advancing into here, and then you should very likely be able to grab over there. Let's try to raise this. Or over there. Lovely. I'd like to see what's happening here. You guys, just take a shortcut. I don't think this is more than a speed bump. You, on the other hand, seem to be having a little bit of trouble getting all of your troops here. Where is the rest of the First Army? Over there still. It's a little bit far away. Really? You're trying to get up there? Why don't you go here? Or here? Or here, actually. Trying to grab victory points. No excuse for not advancing. Let's try to expand a little bit. It's a very small breach. Oh, this won't work. There you go. Over there, yeah, that seems to be fine. Maybe you should actually go through here. No, let's continue to advance. Tanks. You are going over there. I think that's fine. Yeah, we would capture these airfields, which would allow us to place planes really over Manchuria, which would be excellent. It would also reduce their ability to place anything over there, so that too is good. We need to babysit the First Army over here a little bit, pretty much so that it knows how to focus on the advance, on supporting that. You should probably try to railroad over there, just so you are there a little bit quicker. And here we go. So let's grab these planes. Place them over. Oh, this is not the airfield province? Where are you based? In Korean. Here? Probably. Okay, let's try to grab that then. It is pretty important. You guys should all advance through over here. One of you should try to capture that. If it is empty, And one of you should probably try to go down here. Likewise, you can advance it a little bit further. Very good. Can I now please get my planes into Manchuria? Yes, I can. Nice. 200. You get 200 more. Lovely. Good. We also seem to have a lot of unassigned divisions. 72 in fact, so that's lovely to see. I think that's all of our anti-partisan units. So do we have anti-partisan trouble anywhere? I don't think we do. I think even in I think I recruited these guys over here, anti-partisan Persia. Should probably even be called Indian Ocean. Yes, I know it also covers Vietnam, but still, how many people do you think you need? 15. Yeah, so you guys are just part of a new front. Occupation forces, that's true. And you get this little symbol, even though you don't have any job. Alright. That's fair enough. How's our research coming along? New tanks in 66 days, new carrier in 8 days. It's crazy. But yeah, we are not producing anything due to our shortage of oil, which is a problem, I would say. Could upgrade light self-propelled artillery. Could upgrade medium tanks, but I really don't think that's worthwhile. Motorized equipment, fighters. Yeah, we do need much more oil. I don't suppose we can trade with anyone on any real basis. Nope. Rubber, maybe? Anyone? CM? Yeah. Please, go ahead. I'll buy 8. Philippines, Portugal, you don't really have anything though. British Malaya would have something, but we are at war. Could try to justify on Siam, push through to British Malaya. That would reduce the shortage of rubber forever and ever. So most rubber has the most rubber anywhere. But yeah, let's have a look up here. What's going on? So you are fighting, and the Brits are defending. You know what? Let's try to support this attack then. Let's try to throw them out. It'll actually free up the Third Army to focus on Turkey again, which is going to get relevant at some point. Right, oil then. I think we need to justify in Iraq probably. It does have a lot of oil. Well, not a lot, but some. Not quite as much as Azerbaijan over here. And we are building up the infrastructure over here, so yeah. I think we'll just have to live with that to some extent and focus our research on getting more of that. Let's briefly have a look at the resources over here. There's actually a little bit of oil in Manchukuo, but other than that it's mostly steel, of which we have plenty, and tungsten, likewise. And some aluminium, but nothing too critical. And over here, so I don't think we can push across these straits at all. Oh, and I do see that you're affected by attrition. That is very lovely to see. You also seem to be pulling back a couple of your units. If there are only 3 divisions over here, but then again, it's just reinforcing, so pointlessly shuffling them across. Right. I think we need to advance with the 8th Army, just so we can probably order general advance into Manchuria, so that these guys up here are a little bit busy and don't get pushed too far away from us. And then what we need to do is Manchukuo has victory points over here in the capital, of course, 1, another one over here, 3 down here, so that's 5. But unfortunately they also have 3 over here, so we do need to capture this province. But I think if we make a strong advance into here, with our motorized corps, or tank division, tank army, and then try to cut down here with 1 or 2 units. That might be sufficient to really trash them. But yeah, that's gonna have to wait until next time, because we're way over our time. So thank you very much for watching, and to see you again next time. Bye bye.